Welcome to Blue Clouds TV, your number one source for soccer news. Stay up to date with matches, transfers, Chelsea news, and the latest football topics. Be sure to like the video and subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Baby girl love my bop and unlike me too. No roof on my top and my babe see-through. Hating on the pen, don't stop, shit ain't gon' feed you. I've been all on my grind, so I need. My phone up. Fuck with your boy, I'm the man of the year. I'm not a fan of your peers. Serve him a fate, I'ma hand him the shears. He not the man he appears. Heart of a lion, I'm trampling fears. I love the man in the mirror. Cry me a river to stand in the tears. You better stand in the clear. I'm going crazy, niggas fugazi. How would they ever gon' fuck with a kid? Put it on, baby, it do not faze me. Boy, I do not give a fuck what you did. Eating that kitty, she stuck to my rib. How can I trust him? He fuck with the pigs. Bro got a Glock and a couple of C's. He think about splitting a couple of wigs. Shotty my DNA all real, nigga. Sweatsuit all heel figure. And I ain't even gotta deal with you. If I ain't never split a bill with you. I got Hennessy and horchata. Baby girl wearing nada. Ass growing from a cider. Bathrobe in his Prada. Fiji water by the cold glass. Granddaddy by the zip lock. Flex season, I'm road running. I'm staying all on my tip top. Young man with an old mind. So I ain't worried about slight shit. I be up till sunrise. I'm staying out on my night shift. I got a bottle of bourbon, a bundle of hundreds. I'm jiggy, I'm flexing the beat. Figured I hit it and quit it. I'm busy, I ain't got the minutes for texting it, bitch. Came from the gutter with me and my brother. I'm moving my mother right out of the city. Bitch, I'm a star and they know I go hard, so I'm kissing them babies and signing them titties. Gold blinging like Chingo, rock star like Ringo. Checks coming in back to back, I'ma line them up like bingo. Oh, I think that they like me. They be all in my wood shit. Stain on my white tee. I'm popping all of this good shit. Big flex, my swole, double cup and
Another buck crack day.
My days, man. Oh,
Oh, he's done
geez,
it
right.
again.
Yeah,
You've done it again.
thank you, Almighty Blues. I guess I didn't see that in time, but yeah, thank you. Now they can. Oh, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Let me take it all over again. Let me take it all over again. Just like I said, I haven't streamed. Usually don't stream at this particular time, but then I've been very busy across the day. So this is the time that prevent. I mean, will give me. This is the time that I have between to stream or do a video. We've realized that there's so many problems going through our football club right now. As I said from beginning, we played 23 shots against Everton, the same amount of shots, 23 shots against Burnley, and we only scored one goal in both two games. And also, we played 24 shots to Manchester United game, a home game, and it looks like our home game is not going very well for us at all. And also, like I said, the Manchester game, we scored just one goal. We're kind of seeing so many problems. There are certain players that we can point fingers at and say you and you and you and you are the reason why we're not playing very well. And we also know the fact is that it's also affecting the club and or affecting the team why we cannot play very well, which is COVID has got himself into a point that is affecting almost the Premier League clubs. But then look, yesterday game was a game for us to win. Yesterday game was a game for us to win, but we could not finish it. We had so many good chances, but then we're lacking clinical finisher, and we don't know if Lukaku is a clinical finisher that we need. Lukaku also we put Lukaku in, it's just like another bargain of a problem, another problem when we put Lukaku in. I'm not here alone. I'm being joined by my wonderful friends in Discord. We're gonna delve into these issues now. If you are going to join us wherever platform you want to join us, let's put agendas away. If you have an agenda, let's try and put agenda away. Let's try and go straight to the point and let us figure out what our problem is. We want to know. If you're behind the scene, you have the problem, just share with us, let us know what the problem is. I'm being also joined here by wonderful guys like Blue Chelsea's Perspective, the Almighty Blues FC, Ankit, and longtime friends here. They're always here with us. And like I said, when my microphone wasn't working, if you haven't checked these guys out, you have to check them. Chelsea Perspective will give you a very short solo video, and you will love it. And it makes a lot of sense. The content in that short video will take you to a different level as a football loving fan. And also, Almighty Blues FC, he doesn't sleep, always up on his game. He will give you. I missed his stream earlier on when I was up in town. Couldn't not watch it because of too much noise, and I wouldn't hear much. So I'll spend some time and watch it later if I have a time. So yeah, we're gonna delve into these things very well, and I'm gonna go through the chat before I let me introduce my panel members. I have Hamsmaster with me, and I have Steven with me. How you guys doing today?
Another bad day in the office for the buck crack FC, but it is what it is. We move on. No.
You've got an obsession with that.
I know,
You
I know,
really
I
do.
shouldn't have said it. Steven,
Hmm?
Steven, tell me, how you doing today? Before we get into what is going on with Thomas Tuchel and his
Um,
boys.
it's alright. Just stress. Chelsea stress all the time. Stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Steven. Let me start from up there. This one is coming from Chelsea perspective. This is a big up. Yeah, Almighty Blues is a big up Chelsea perspective, bro. Chelsea perspective is replied the same way. I'm not able to hear you, which I've fixed the microphone. Chelsea perspective said, "Nee, we cannot hear you." Thank you guys very very much. I wasn't watching the stream very well. I was just trying to bring up the content and whatever I have in my head so I don't forget any. Uh, just a perspective say it happened to me the other day. Yeah, people cannot hear you. Action reply, please. Says greeny face. Finishing is the name of the game. Just a perspective says I think the issue was will keep repeating until Tuchel built his own team. Absolutely. Please, guys, I want you to take notes of some of these comments that I'm reading down here. As Jesse Perspective said, he think that the issue will keep repeating until Tuchel's build his own uh, team, his own players, like he's looking for a Kunde, which is one who could be one of the problems. Because defensively we look very good, but now it looks like we're all over the place. We're all over the place. Much respect to you, brother. Much respect to you too, Mr. Perspective. I'm still. He said that I am still, but won't be typing much because I am driving. Oh, brother, you don't have to do that. You don't have to. I do that sometimes too. I do listen. Sometimes I join the chat and say one word, but I will be listening because most of the time I'm also driving. And then when I join the chat during the midnight, then it means I'm at work because I work at night and I would listen to it at night. Then I don't do more of the typing, but I try as much as I can to help the stream by listening to it. Ham said that it happened again. Chelsea FC, it happened again. Absolutely. I've gone through the comments from the comment section below. Like I said, if you're first time joining us over here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and also share the video on any platform that you'll find yourself. Now let's get this. Hams Master, I'll start from you up there.
Yeah.
Just way up there. Hams Master, Chelsea had 23 shots,
Yeah.
lots of shots, many on target. We couldn't finish it. What is going on right now? Don't be
I
biased. Don't be, if you have an agenda. Let's try and put those agendas aside and
the
let's
thing
go
is,
just go straight to the point. What is happening with Chelsea Football Club?
it's just since in the Juventus game we had all these injuries,
Yeah,
and the players have been have been chop and change, like the lineup has been like different, and what you
yeah,
can call it, we have those injuries and things have been going downhill ever since after Juventus game. And I think because, and also since we haven't had players like we have players like coming from like second string from the bench, or like players like playing together. It's not a full starting 11. That's the thing, and that could be the problem. I don't know, to be honest. It's like the players right now. What I'm saying is, whenever we score a goal, if we get that goal, we don't really push on. We give the other teams the chance to get a goal themselves or something. But it's just complacency. It's just like the players are not, don't have any ruthlessness to go for that second or third or fourth goal. Like I see Manchester City, if they're an amazing team, they have players out there that could, finish it, put the ball in the back of the net. We have Liverpool out here, that Mo Salah, they have Sadio Mane, they have Diego Jota. There are players out there that can put the ball in the back of the net. But because of these injuries that we had players before the injuries that can put the ball back in the net. That we had, but now we have players that that don't know what to do when it comes to the final third, and we had that problem since last season. So I don't know what's going on, to be honest.
talking about Manchester City having players that can put the ball in the back of the net. Don't you think the style of play is also play a role in having players that can put the back of it? Don't you think the style of play, because I'll go to one of our London rivals, which is Arsenal. I'm taking some kind of examples from there. They have a number one top striker, which is Aubameyang. Without Aubameyang, they can still score lots of goals. Without Aubameyang, they can still put the ball in the back of the net. But without team, we have Kai Havertz, who is a guy that always try as much as they can to put the ball in the back of the net. Also, Rhys James have a couple goals. Mason Mount also. But look at the number of chances that we missed yesterday. We didn't have Kai Havertz in the team yesterday. But it looks like even though we have our recognized number 9, we bring in what's his name? Lukaku. We put Lukaku in front, and it looks like it becomes a bargain, a double problem for us to get more goals. What do you make of that? Is it has to do with the style of play, or is it personnel?
Stephen, you want
Probably.
to?
Probably style of play.
No,
Partly anyway.
actually, the question was meant for
Oh,
Master.
to me. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
You talk about Manchester
Um,
City, and I was trying to tell you. You were talking about Manchester
person,
City,
I,
yeah.
I think I really think it's the personnel we have. I really think it's the players that are. When Tuchel is trying to implement a plan,
Yeah.
I don't think the players are implementing it very well. Cause you know maybe the players just not either mishearding or miscommunicating or whatever. I just think it's the personnel. Personnel just not. Yeah.
All right. Hans Master said is the personnel. Now I'm gonna go to Steven. Steven, tell me, what do you think the problem is right now? While is Chelsea has Chelsea been found out? Is that what it is?
I wouldn't say found out per se. I think part of it is obviously where we've had the injuries. Obviously that's been a massive blow. Then we had players getting COVID over the last few days. And then Havertz, obviously we now know that it was a negative result, but obviously you ain't got to take the risk of him traveling. So we didn't have him for the game.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I think that people go talk about this season. Of course they are. The way I see it,
Hmm.
at this point, if we can close the gap on what it was to City and Liverpool last season, this is where I'm at now. If we can get third and close that gap,
Yeah.
and win Club World Cup and probably an FA Cup or a League Cup or whatever, yeah, then I'll take it based on the fact that now we know the board will go see this and they're going to think, okay, like, we need to invest in this squad. Plus, the squad's
Yeah.
getting older as well. I don't know how legit this is. Someone in one of the servers said that a journalist, I didn't see what the name is, apparently they're tier one, said that Sevilla are be willing to accept 50 million for Koundé now, apparently.
Wow.
It's dropping
That's,
from 80 million to 50 million.
Supposedly.
I will do that. I'll buy him. I will do it.
Yeah, I mean, January it should be a good deal for the Sevilla.
Apparently, it's 46 to 50 million that they're willing to accept. And it looks like there's a lot of reports that are saying similar.
Okay. Now we're gonna go in with this. I know beginning of the season, everybody was saying, "Oh, it is a loan deal. It's gonna be." I mean, there's nothing to lose over here. But I know it's a loan deal. But then, how have this loan deal really impact the team? Saul Niguez, what I'm talking about. How has this loan deal has really impacted our team? Rick, Saul Niguez, what do you think? Is he a player who just? I know they're about to let him go in January. How true is that?
They're not going. Then they won't let him go in January, unfortunately.
You're staying till the summer. That's the
It
problem.
looks that way. Definitely look. I mean, it'd be very difficult to terminate it. Let's be real.
Yeah.
The contract was
Yeah.
for him to stay to summer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's a clause for us to get rid of it.
Yeah, including the buyout clause if you want to buy him, but
Yeah.
no.
And do you suggest we buy him? Think it's gonna get any better?
No, well, of course not. Of course not. At the moment, of course not.
You are mad. We're buying...
Of course not.
Nah, don't even. I'm in a
No,
bad
thank
enough
you.
mood without talking about we're going to buy Sal. Don't do this to me.
He's gonna have to do a lot to persuade me. He's gonna have to do a
Convince.
lot.
He has to do a lot to convince Chelsea fans.
At
Yes.
this point, it's near on impossible for him like
At this
convince
point,
me that
he has
he's
to,
going to sign.
he has to put his life on the line every game. That's at this point.
Right now, I'm trying to
It's basically-
I'm trying to point fingers at certain players, and the first player that I point fingers at is Sahu. Who will you guys also point fingers at? I'm gonna start with Steven. You have any specific player that you
Who
think
else?
not an agenda? It's not an agenda. A specific
No,
player
not an
that
agenda.
you think that is not helping the team.
It's not that they're not. Okay, let me clarify this. Just give me 1 sec. It's not a case of not helping, right? It's a case of consistency.
All right.
Yeah.
And one of those in recent games is Jorginho. Recent games.
Yeah,
55.
he's been a bit dodgy after United game. Ever
Yeah,
since that United game.
literally. I was sat in my seat yesterday, and you know how he was the last man back at one point? I went, do not do that touch again, because I had flashbacks to the Man United game. I just saw the ball dropping. I was going, oh no, this is bad. And I just saw it coming. I was stressed. I was thinking he's going to bottle it all over again.
Yeah. And then talking about Jorginho, don't you think Jorginho has played? I think yesterday was his 100th game. It's not even
100th start in the
100
Premier
start.
League. 100th
Look,
start.
100 start. It doesn't
Yeah.
even. So it means that it doesn't even include the one that he came up from the bench, right? Huh?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So don't you think we should give Jorginho benefit of the doubt that this guy has been playing so many games that fatigue is setting into him? As Thomas Tuchel himself stated that the guy is playing out of pain. So don't we give Jorginho that leeway instead of thinking that the guy is not really doing well? What do you think, guys?
The thing is, we have no choice like to pick him right
Yeah.
now. Like he is already in the starting 11
Oh,
because
we
the injuries
didn't
we have.
until today.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant. But the thing is, like now, I believe Tuchel likes him.
Right.
I believe he likes him. I believe he's one of his favorite players in the midfield. He starts every game for us. It's because it's like he usually ticks whenever we play with him, but it's just a couple of games with his injuries or whether he's been a bit a bit off. But it happens to every player. You're gonna have off games, a few games. He's still a key player for us. Um, besides the point, I really think that he's been overplayed, and maybe it's time for him to just take some game time off and then bring some players back in or whatever, bring some players back in the lineup and give him some time off till he's recuperating well. That's
Well,
what I think. So he's
Well,
not fit.
as we're live talking about Chelsea, there's something here I would like to share with you guys. I don't know
Go
if
on.
sometimes maybe you guys might already know it. It's a tweet from Matt Law earlier on, and he said Aubameyang is no longer training with Arsenal first team and is not expected to do so before he leaves for the African Cup of Nations. Until he leaves for
Mhm.
until he leaves for Cameroon, he will work on his own at the club training ground. This is a story from hashtag FP. I
I
mean,
hadn't actually. You mean Matt Law?
yeah, Matt Law, yeah.
Yeah.
That was his
I
tweet on the
hadn't
Telegram.
seen that report. I hadn't seen that report. What I had seen though was that
I've
he
seen it, yeah.
wasn't going to be included in their next match squad. That's what I had seen.
Yeah.
He's not training. He's not training with the team right
Yeah,
now.
no, I know, but I'd seen that. I've seen after Arteta's conference that essentially, that's where I got the whole thing about. My brain's gone. That's where I got the thing about him not being in the squad. So I hadn't actually seen what Matt Law had said. So that's actually the first time I'm hearing it. I mean, just quickly, even though we're talking about the problems at Chelsea, Aubameyang is a problem at Arsenal, and he was supposed to be their captain. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Have Arsenal done the right thing? Probably. We don't know exactly what he did. Like, it's not exactly come out and like we've
Publicly.
been told
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, we're not getting the right answer why
Right.
it's happening. Yeah.
But for him to be like told or whatever, you're training on your own until you go to AFCON, which might not even go ahead. Let's not forget, like they're reviewing it to see if it'll go ahead or not. If that's the case that he's been told he's training on his own, then it's got to be worse than what reports are going to be suggesting and stuff, right? Surely.
Yeah.
It has to be really bad breach, or it's also a mix of okay, it's another like breach of like essentially an agreement you have as a player. Do you know what I mean?
Schwartz trying his best. Look at
that
Fury.
plus he's got a reputation for it. He's done himself no favors.
Yeah.
All right, then getting back to what we're talking about, Chelsea's problems, and would you guys do you
Mhm.
guys think that Lukaku is also another problem to our team right now? Do you guys think Lukaku does? Simon Johnson also tweeted earlier on. He said Chelsea FC paid a record a club record fee of 97.5 million euros on Romelu Lukaku in the hope that he would make a difference in the title race. But due to injury and now COVID has a regular advance is a major factor why the club are beginning to um, flounder behind Liverpool and Manchester City. Do we see COVID and injury impacting Lukaku's performance?
Yeah, because it's limited how much he's been able to play. So straight away, there's the problem.
Okay.
I think if he was able to play consistently without having obviously the COVID and then the unfortunate injury and all that, I think without that, then if he gets consistent game time and he can get on a run of scoring goals, then people aren't going to complain. But I think people seem it's almost like it goes out of people's heads that he's been injured because people are going, oh, but Lukaku this, Lukaku that. Right, but the guy's not played a lot because injury.
Right.
So what do you want him to do? He can't impact it if he's not fit to play.
Right. Yeah,
And
I mean that makes
but
a lot of sense too. When the player gets injured, it takes him some time to get himself to full fitness, and then he has to
yeah,
get himself into playing with his colleagues again. So yeah, I
yeah. And
understand that could be
also
one of the problems. But when I, to me, to be honest with you,
oh,
I'll come back to you, Steven. To be honest with
okay.
me, when I see Lukaku playing, it doesn't really give me different ideas to say, oh man, I think he can do better. I think he can do that. I don't see something anything different. It doesn't give me a different thought. Steven, take over.
Now what I was gonna say is I forgot now shit. What was I on about? Oh crap. What was I saying before you went on your thing? Because that might help me
You talk
remember
about
with my
Lukaku
question.
being injured and injuries and stuff. I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He hasn't played. He
Oh,
hasn't
that's
played.
what I was saying. Yeah, that's helped. So we heard from Tuchel after the West Ham game. He weren't ready for 45 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah.
but he came
Yeah,
on
yeah.
because of the Havertz injury. Then he played midweek that week against Zenit. Right.
Right.
Yeah, he played. Yeah,
Look,
he
look
played.
at the performances. Right. The 45 minutes he had against West Ham, he wasn't very mobile. Yeah.
Yeah.
Game against Zenit, he was so much more mobile. Like you could see, he was getting back to his fitness and he was starting to feel comfortable again. So
Yeah.
maybe, I mean, maybe if he was able to get a run of games without getting COVID,
Yeah.
that would have continued and he would have got like a handful of goals and whatnot because he got one against Zenit. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And also looking at the chances yesterday, yeah. Honestly, some of those chances that we were creating literally just needed someone to run in the box, and we weren't always doing that, which is the exact same problem we had last season.
Yeah.
If we have
Agreed.
Lukaku in the game, he's got the instincts as a striker of, okay, I've got to get into this position in the box. Does it mean he'll score? Not necessarily, but he'll get there
Okay.
Yeah.
and he'll put the attempt.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you. I agree with you, Steven. I agree 100% with you. Sidaraki is here with us. Sidaraki, big up to you, sir. Big up to you, big brother. Lukaku has started 8 games. People need to forget any five to he said Lukaku started 8 games. People need to forget any 5 to 10 minute sub. They are not appearances. That also applies to others too. No, we're not. We are trying to analyze what a whole. No one is really
Oh,
pointing fingers at Lukaku. We're pointing fingers at attack, midfield, and defense. Why are we conceding? Why are we conceding goals? Each goals from now, and why do we have about 23 to 24 shots on almost I mean, the game against Everton, the game against Burnley, and then Manchester United game, we had 24 shots, but yet we only have one goals. Why our finishes, our attacking players not finishing? So we are trying to analyze the whole team and the players, and then find out where the problem is coming from. But we are not just criticizing them for criticizing sake, Mister Sidraki. He says Hams wants he said, Hams, what's happened? You are all lucky you were not around in the 70s and 80s. Lord, you would have been upset, Lil. So yeah.
What? Where's he talking to me? What the hell? What's he on about?
Hams, to be honest with you, maybe you don't know Sidraki. He's a senior citizen. So let's
I haven't said anything. I
no,
don't know what he's talking about.
no, he's saying that he know it sounds like you sound like a bit frustrated, but what he was trying to say is if you were around the 70s, 80s, you will be very upset. You know what I'm saying? He said, "LOL."
Oh,
Right?
of course. I mean, I don't know what happened in the 70s because I'm only 22 years old, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
Which
That's the
yeah.
thing.
So the seniors are trying to talk to us. Let's listen to what he just said. He didn't really attack anyone here. He's just putting something there that we might not know about. After that, in the 80s, I wasn't following Chelsea. You know, I was born in the 80s, but I wasn't following Chelsea. I started following Chelsea in 1998, so I wouldn't know those stories. But I've read and I've watched certain videos on the players that we had at that time and how things were going. And you know, we didn't have Abramovich also, so yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But then,
Hang on. No, don't say that because that's got to bring everyone going. See, even Chelsea fans agree that they're a money club and they needed Abramovich.
Sue.
oh,
Anyway,
he said he's talking people in general, not on here. That's what he's
okay.
been. He listened to a lot of different platforms that talks about Chelsea, and then he's trying to analyze what the content creator is saying or what the fans come on and say, trying to put all these things together to analyze what Chelsea fans are saying about their players. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense to Mr. Sidraki. And he said in 1980s, I was already a Dallas Cowboy fan. This is from Phantom of Many Topics. Phantom of Many Topics, y'all. Guys, subscribe. Sidraki, like the video, and Phantom of Many Topic, like the video. If you guys do it, it'll push out to 4 likes already on this wonderful. We're having a very good content over here, and we want you guys to stick around and then let us know your opinion about the content that we have in here. It's all about we having so many chances. 23 shots, 1 goal. 23 shots, another 1 goal. 24 shots to Manchester United, 1 goal. 23 shots to Everton, 1 goal. We don't understand. We're trying to analyze what our players. Now let's talk about Thomas Tuchel.
Just quickly.
Okay.
Because you're talking about those games, yeah.
Right.
Front three in those games, right? Everton yesterday, it was Mount Ziyech Pulisic. Man United game, it was Ziyech, Werner, Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah.
And the Burnley game, it was Barkley, Havertz, Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah.
Different attacking prowls, different players altogether who have never played to each other before. So it could be one of our problems why we cannot finish it, because in the match
The
day,
thing is, Nizar. The thing is, no, sorry.
yeah,
I know that's one of the problems, but we know if we look at the opponents we're facing, we still have good enough players to win the game. Like Everton
I
had a
doubt in Barkley in that Burnley game. That guy.
yeah, but it's
The
fucking
amount
Burnley.
of chances
It's
he
Burnley.
had, but amount of chances he had in that game, and he blazed over or wide is ridiculous. Yeah, yesterday had moments of class, and then you have that moment from about a 30-degree angle edge of the area. He's just blazed it over the bar.
That's funny.
It's
That's what show as well.
It's one of those things.
I'm pulled up, niggas hating like hold up.
What's going on? Yeah, like I said, it's one of those things where we think that Now let's get on Thomas Tuchel. Let's go on Thomas Tuchel. Is the formation being a problem, or is it just the personnel, Steven? Is it the formation or just the personnel? Let's put Thomas Tuchel on board right now. Let's talk about Thomas Tuchel.
Okay. I wouldn't say it's the formation as such because it's not like we have recently played the same one, but it's not like he's not got to change it. Sometimes we've played 2 up top. A lot of time we've played 3 up top. Like it
Right.
depends. I think a lot of it is to do with personnel.
Yeah, just like I'm not cutting you off. Just like you just said, the last game we played Christian Pulisic on the left hand side. Then we have Christian Pulisic as a false 9. Then we have Hakim Ziyech on the right hand side. Then who else on the left hand side?
Ziyech was on the left, Mount was on the right.
Mount
Yeah.
there. And then the previous game we have different personnel also playing. So the injuries also haven't helped the team at all because you have different players playing.
Mhm.
But the one thing is the defense has been consistent. We have Aspilicueta, Rudiger, and then Thiago Silva. But we're conceding goals.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's been consistent.
Inconsistent.
How is it inconsistent?
The defense lineup's not been consistent.
Yeah, it's not good.
I know. We know Aspi hasn't playing as the center. I mean, as one of the back 3. It's been Reece James. Reece James is moving forward because of what we're lacking. You know.
No. What I'm saying
No,
is,
it is. What's his name? Trevor Chalobah. Sorry, Trevor Chalobah has been playing most of the time.
Chalobah was playing, then Chalobah got injured. Christensen suddenly been dropped, probably to do with the contract situation.
Yeah.
Which is why Aspi's been playing more. Aspi hadn't really played. Like he's mostly played in the cup competitions, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Reece obviously he had the red card earlier in the season, and then he's had the injury which kept him out for a couple of games. Chilwell has only just gone out.
Yeah.
It's not been a consistent defense, so there's always been at least one defender out, I think, if I've worked it out right.
Yeah. I know you're chopping and changing also doesn't help at all.
Yeah, because Silva can't play every game
Because of his age. That's the thing.
partly as well. But then any player can't play every game in a 38-game league season anyway.
Yeah, because you're gonna get fatigue. That's the thing.
This is the thing. You can't expect anyone to do that. But if they're there for the large part, then fair enough.
Sudaraki said too many goals attempts through crowded defenses. Mason, Reece, and Chilwell scored goals. When we work the ball to the sides, it's easier. I mean, that's something that we've seen from we've seen under
Lampard.
We saw that on Lampard. We saw that on Asari. Left side to side. It becomes a boring football. Just the same thing Barcelona have been doing some years now. And everybody keeps saying a boring football. What I saw from yesterday is the first half, the ball was being moved very slowly. So when the ball is being moved very slowly, it kind of gave a chance to your opposition team to read your next move. Because Rudiger spends almost about 5 seconds on the ball trying to find his opponent, trying to find a pass. And then you can see the player is right in front of him, but you see Rudiger take the ball, he move the ball to the left, then turn around, turn into the other side, the right, and then make it just a 5-yard pass. And it takes about 5 seconds, which is too much. So it gives them position. Yeah. And then even when we lose the ball and then Everton hit us on the break, we don't move the ball faster enough on the counter. And that is what Liverpool does a lot. That's why they get so many goals all the time. The front 3, the midfield are always running at you when you make a mistake in their 18-yard box. They will kick the ball, they run at you, and they get their goal. That is how they've been winning the game. Manchester City will hold on to possession. He will not lose possession. If you want to play the possession game, you want to play tiki-taka, then you have to play tiki-taka very well. If you want to hit teams on the break, then you have to hit teams on the break very well. That which is a style, which is our style. I can't get it. Are we playing tiki-taka football, or are we playing both, or are we hitting players we're playing on the counter. I don't get it. Who knows what we're playing? Who knows our style now? I don't know our style.
Yeah.
Steven, do you know Hams? Do you know our style? Are we playing counter-attacking football? Are we playing possession football? What are we
Mhm.
playing?
I
The
think
thing is,
it sort of depends on who's available for the game, though. If we've got loads of changes, then you're not going to play the same way as if you had all your starters.
the
Yeah,
quality is going to be different. I
Sidraki
think.
said the
It's not going to be
tempo
the same
is too
quality.
slow. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And if you guys have noticed, our home games, we're not doing very well in our home games. Our away games
Yeah.
have been brilliant, but our home games is crap. Which is I don't get it too. I don't get it.
It's a disgrace because Stamford Bridge is meant to be the place that everyone has to everyone
fortress.
Yeah,
fears.
you make it a
A
fortress.
fortress.
Yeah.
But now it's like a place you can get 1 point, free,
It
maybe a
used to
possible
be.
3
We
points
went on like a four-year run, something like that.
Yeah.
under I
Where
remember
we
under
didn't lose
Mourinho
a
was a
single
fortress.
game. No, it wasn't under Mourinho alone. It was literally 4-year period. I think it was.
Oh yeah.
I think we even what's it called? We had Mourinho in that time. Who else did we have in that time? Ancelotti in that time, I think,
Yeah,
as well.
Before
Ancelotti,
it
yeah.
was how do you call it? What's his name? Oh, this Ranieri. Before it was Ranieri, which we were doing very
Mm.
for Burnley to
Yeah.
come to the bridge and win. So now, another question that I want to put to you guys: is it a team that Thomas Tuchel said he was going to build that no one wants to play with? It looks like we're playing shit, so no one wants to play with us. Is that what it is?
I mean, you can't say that it is because he's got one signing. He's not had his impact on the squad in terms of signings.
Yeah.
He's got one player in. He's been injured and now got COVID, so not
Yeah.
much he can really. There's not much you can really say. Do you know what I mean? He's got to work with what he's given, and he's not been given what he needs.
So do we now agree that the Conde was the guy that this guy really wanted?
Yeah. Apparently, he admired him even from his time at PSG.
And Kunde wanted to go to Chelsea as well. He wanted to
Yeah.
go.
All right, let's do it in January. Let's do it.
Great stuff.
We need him.
Great stuff.
Also, I saw this report. Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently, Luca Dean might be available. Yeah.
Look, in Everton.
Where?
If it's a good deal for the club and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Given Alonso, like I said to you before we came live, I've got to verify who it is that said it. Supposedly, Alonso and Aspi have said to their representative to look for alternative clubs to go to. Right? So, what if we had got Dina on a loan to begin? Yeah. So we don't sign him permanently straight away.
Right.
Get him on a loan, maybe put an option in there. Yeah. And then if Chilwell's back, then fine. But if Chilwell's not back, then you've got someone over Alonso, and then Alonso can go in the summer. I don't know if Chelsea's name's in the hat even in consideration or what. I'm just saying, because I've seen reports that he might be available.
Yeah.
Is that something you would do? Because for me, anything's better than Alonso.
Alonso has to go, right? Alonso has to go.
Time to
Dini
go,
is-
Alonso.
Dini is a good
Is he really a liability to the team?
He's always been a liability. Like he was good player in five years ago under Antonio Conte. That's when we saw
Conte,
prime
when he
Alonso.
came in,
Yeah, that was prime Alonso. Now we're seeing few good performances. Then we're saying, oh crap, he's like when he makes a mistake, that's when he starts getting a goal. He does something. But
literally the Man United, not the Man United game, was it?
was it Leeds?
No, the other day.
It
It was the
Leeds.
other day, Leeds. Literally,
Exactly, man.
It just
It
sums up
Leeds.
his career.
He
the
does
last
this
few
every
years.
game. He
It's
does it
ridiculous.
every season. This guy is not good enough. He's just not good enough. He just slows down our play.
To me,
He slows down the
I know Alonso. Alonso won't take us anywhere. I know his capabilities. I know what Alonso can give us. So when I see Alonso playing, I'm just waiting for him to put the ball down, put crosses down for someone to finish it. And many of times I've seen these crosses coming in, but then yet we don't take opportunity over those crosses that comes in. Sidraki said Tuchel had a chance to keep Broja, 6 goals, 8 games. Gallagher, 6 goals. Both could have been added to the B list. But I know Tuchel said the decision he made in sending Gallagher to Crystal Palace was never a wrong decision. Was never bad. It was a
They
decision.
don't regret it, is what he said.
He doesn't. Yeah, he said he doesn't regret it. To me, I'll say it is true. It is true. If we hadn't had these problems going on now, no one would be even talking about Gallagher right now, right? Am I right?
Right.
Yeah, no one will be
Or
talking
Gallagher
about
Gilmore,
Gallagher.
or Gilmore when he wasn't.
If Gallagher
getting
wasn't
game
doing
time
anything, no one would
under
no one would
Daniel
talk to Gallagher.
or whatever his name.
Absolutely, and also the same thing if Broja at that time when we're talking about Broja now because we're not scoring goals, but then as soon as Lukaku came in, we knew Lukaku and Timo Werner were going to play together and then get more goals. We were all thinking that way, but now here we are that Lukaku.
Hindsight is 2020.
Yeah,
Lukaku is
yeah.
going through difficulties, and then I mean the guy from the Farmers League in Germany also just running and then leaving the ball behind him and cannot even put the ball in the back of the net. But then let's go. I mean, there are we spend so much money on loads of back crack players, but then that's what we have now. We gotta work with them. That's what we have. We gotta try and work with those players. Um, what is Siraki saying something again? Siraki said it's not now for Tuchel. It's not now. Tuchel had a chance to keep. No, I think I'm reading the same thing. It said
Yeah,
it's not now for Tuchel. It's the European way for coaches having to deal with squad they are given. Well, I don't think Tuchel really have that much of a say because at the time that he came in, we got some good players. We already got some good players, which he has to
And
figure
it
them
was the
out.
middle of the January transfer window,
Right,
and
and then we
he
had
needs to be able to evaluate the players, and he wouldn't have had time to evaluate them over a fair period, and then say, okay, this one needs to go. We get this player in now in this window
right.
because of January. I think it was what it was after the third round of the FA Cup, so it was literally middle of the month. So yeah, you would have been harsh to come in and go right. This player out. This player out. This player out.
Yeah, so all we have to do is just give him another more season so he can figure out what his real players can do for him. That's what I would say right now. Tuchel is not in the point of being stuck. He's not in the point of accusing him. He's doing it. He's doing his bit. He's doing a bit. He's doing his best. The guy just came in January and won a Champions League. It's unprecedented. It doesn't really
He's
happen.
doing the best with what he's been given.
Right. And
yeah.
then you have injuries and COVID playing a role. I think Tuchel has to. The Chelsea hierarchy has to come up with a decision to postpone some of our games because the injuries that we are going through is affecting the team now. It's affecting the team. It's
You
affecting
know
the team.
how we're obviously talking about the problems, right?
Yeah.
The problems, unlike some clubs where the problem for them is a case of having to use academy players, yeah?
Yeah.
Ours isn't that kind of problem. Ours is we've got the senior players. We lack the quality from those lower down the order senior players.
Yeah.
It's
That's the
not
thing.
Chelsea don't have depth. We've got depth. We don't have quality of depth.
That's right. We all thought maybe the depths that we have when someone gets injured,
Mm.
we don't have that. We don't
Ross
have that
Barkley
quality.
and
Yeah.
Sal. Jeez.
Yeah. That Manchester City have. Now we know. Beginning we thought we have, but I guess we don't have it.
I always knew. Always knew.
I know you're a fortune teller. You can see the future. Back crack.
He's also a jinx.
Yeah, I was watching that. I told you it wasn't going to be easy.
You're a jinx. You're a jinx.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm not a jinx.
How long we been live?
We've been live for 51 minutes. We have a few
Wow.
minutes. Yeah, I never thought it was gonna be that long, but yeah.
Oh man!
Wow.
So, off topic of Chelsea, quick. You know Lyon, the French club.
Yeah.
They had
What about-
a French Cup tie against Paris FC, not Paris Saint-Germain, Paris FC. And the game got abandoned because of crowd trouble. It appears crowd trouble in the actual stadium as well.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, Shidaraki said I was talking about Broja and Gallagher as well as Matson and Ampedu should be kept before the season. Ayas promote kids and buy players by the board. The coach does not decide to. But I'll tell you, there's a big difference when you talk about Ayas. There's a big difference between Ayas and Chelsea. The idea or the conception behind Ayas Football Club is way different from Chelsea. Ayas is a club that nurture players and sell them. Remember the last time that Ayas won the Champions League. They have all these players. They have Mark Overmars. They have Juan Cocano. They have all these big players. They sold them all to European big team. They sold some to Real Madrid, Arsenal, and all around. So Ayas nurtures and sell. Chelsea brand is not like that. We don't nurture these young players and sell them. We keep them and sell what we don't need. But Ayas can win with these young players and sell the whole entire 11 and rebuild again. That is why they're not consistent when they talk about European competition. They're not consistent. They can bump
Also,
Yeah. Go ahead.
the other thing is like I said, hindsight, yeah?
Yeah.
The other thing with it is, okay, say we not got Sal on the loan and we kept Gallagher, right?
Right.
We don't know. We would have still had these injuries. Therefore, is he going to get the game time that we need him to get to further develop? No.
Plus, we don't know how he's going to do in the Chelsea shirt. So there's that as well.
Yeah.
We can't really guarantee everything. That's the thing. Now he's playing well. Now we want him. That's the thing.
Atomic's on about us signing Leroy Sané. Yeah.
Yeah,
Heads
I
up.
wish.
Bayern
I
aren't
would.
going to sell him.
Yeah, I wish.
He literally put a link to a goal that he must have scored. When did they play? Tonight, wasn't it? Because Lewa's just broken the record for goals in the Bundesliga in a calendar year.
Yeah.
Broke it tonight. Yeah, he sent a link to the goal. I presume it's from tonight. If not, it's an old video, yeah?
Yeah.
I haven't looked at it. And he said we should really sign him. Does he understand how transfers work? You can't just go, oh, we want him, and then he's signed for your club.
I guess maybe he doesn't know.
Yeah, you have to go through the wage, just go for negotiations,
Fees, yeah.
agent fees,
And also,
price tags.
Bayern aren't going to sell him anyway. I would buy and sell him.
I
Like one of the
don't
key players.
even think he fancies the English league because you remember he went through lots of injuries when he was here. I don't even think he really fancied the English league. Do you guys agree with me?
Maybe. I mean, you never
Possibly.
know.
Thing is, Pep never liked his style of play. That's why he never wanted to sell him. That's why he has been left out of the Man
That's an
City team.
interesting theory, you know.
That's what I think, and then that's why he went to Bayern Munich. That's why that happened.
And he's thriving there as well. Don't forget.
Yeah.
If he's thriving at Bayern, why would he want to go to another club where he's just going to be another option, essentially?
Exactly. He'd rather be
Bayern. Yes, Bayern's a top club, but at Bayern, you know he's going to be a top player for him. But Chelsea, you can't guarantee him game time. Like, ideally, you would because of who he is and what he's done.
Yeah.
But everyone thought this about so many of the wide players that we've currently got, and it's not happening, has it?
Looks
People
like we
thought
don't know
about
who it is.
Pulisic. Okay, partly down to injuries. Besides the point, when he is fit, is he playing? No.
He's in the bench.
Only one that sort of played Pulisic quite a lot was Lampard when you look at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then you look at what he did under Lampard, and it's justified.
Yeah, that's true. I think Lampard's system was slightly different. It was different, and or the one we're
Yeah,
playing
but
now.
even still, this is what I'm saying. Like, when has he really had time?
Right.
No, yeah, because of his injuries, he didn't have more until that injury happened. Then it changed.
Mm. I hope he's like Robin and them lot that as he gets old, like a couple years or like a year or so, like his injury stopped. We've seen it with Ruben.
Yeah,
Ruben hasn't got injured. By now, with the amount of games he's played, you would have expected Ruben to have picked up an injury.
Yeah.
Granted, he did get
it'd been
injured.
slight
Granted,
training injuries and stuff. Whatever.
yeah, but granted, he did get injured in a warm up, but he didn't miss a game because of it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guys, we got 2 more minutes to end this stream. That give us an hour of streaming, talking about the problems Chelsea is facing. Do you guys have any tangible or any other thing you want to add to it so we can now bring this stream to a conclusion?
I don't think there's much more, to be honest.
Well, let me go through the chat. I got lots of messages from Sidoraki. He said Buckley Sa and Baka. Who is Baka? Is it
I think he
Bakayoko?
means Bakayoko.
Bakayoko, a
Uh,
fraud. Yeah.
wouldn't be in the squad if we could loan them.
Bakayoko isn't in the squad though.
Yeah,
He's loaned out.
he's already loaned out. And then he went and said, "There's no money in Dutch football. They have no choice." And I agree. That's why I was like, "This is their model, and our model is a bit more different."
But also at the same time, for a young player,
Yeah.
Ajax is an attractive club to go to. You know,
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, you're winning the league title, so you're guaranteed a like trophy at least one every season near enough.
And then he said, Bayern are the same as Ajax, you know. He said, he went ahead and Perez makes signing for Real Landro for P. Oh, Perez. Okay, he's trying to say Perez makes signings for Real Madrid, whilst Leandro for PSG. I think that's what Sidraki is trying to say. The system was different and more game time helped. Absolutely. As a young player, you just like Steven just said, you'll be dreaming to go to Ajax and play more football.
Yeah. Ajax, you'll go get the game time. You'll go almost be guaranteed at least 1, if not 2 trophies a season. Why wouldn't you go there?
Yeah. And he said Pulisic is just like Iron Robin, always injured, always injured.
But then Robin didn't get as many injuries the later he went on in his career. This is the point I was making. Hopefully he does get like that where the injuries become less.
I said Baka, not Bakayoko. Who is Baka?
Who's Baka?
We're not sure about Baka. Who is Baka? He said Baka, not Bakayoko.
Give me 1 second.
Probably he will give us who Baka is.
Hang on. Baka. Does he mean Baker? Because I don't know who Baka is.
Oh, Louis Baker. Is that
Is that
probably
who he
Louis
means?
Baker? Oh, Louis Baker. Yeah, it should be Baker. Yeah,
He hasn't even been in the matchday squad for any of the games, I don't think. I think he's with the youth team and stuff. Yeah, I just quickly grabbed my program from the game yesterday. I was confused. I was like, Baka? What?
Yeah, I think I didn't get it right. It says he means Louis Baker. Yeah, he said he just typed it, Louis Baker. Thank you, Sidraki. So. Thank you, Sidraki. Thank you very much.
We were all confused for a second.
It's Baker, Louis Baker. You
Yeah.
know, sometimes the way it's A over it's B A. You may think it's a Baka because from where I'm coming, we'll pronounce it Baka. But then when you go to the English or maybe someone's name is Baker, you know, it's always confusing sometimes. Yeah, we get it now, Sidraki. All right, guys, this is where we're gonna end the stream. I want to say thank you all for those that hop in, and then especially Sidraki being here with me, messaging each and every time, getting helping his brother over here with his stream. And then as a Chelsea fan, I want to tell him thank you very much, brother. I really appreciate you. I appreciate whatever you do. supporting and enjoying the content that we create. I want to tell Chelsea Perspective, who was here earlier on, Almighty Blues FC. Also, want to say thank you guys all for being part of the show. I hope I haven't missed anybody. And then my wonderful, wonderful panel, Steven, and then also Hams Master. Even as late as today is, they always find time to talk about Chelsea Football Club, the football club they love. And then, them being football fans, it's always a pleasure to have them. Guys, I want to say thank you all. Is there anything you want to say to the stream before we bring it to an end?
No, just
Um,
like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe for more Chelsea burnouts, and hopefully we win the next game.
Man said burnouts.
Sidraki said, "Nee, it's you confusing them." Yeah, I know it's me confusing them. I thought it was a Becca. I don't know what a Becca was, but yeah, it was me. My apology. I apologize to all of them that I confused. Says he plays for the under 23, but made one appearance. Yeah, he's still with the under 23. I don't know when he's gonna go. I mean, if that player is not being is not being selected by all these Chelsea managers that we have, he should tell you that he's no good. He's been on. You know how many loans he's been? Luis Baker has been for almost about 10 loans. 10 loans. And he's still with Chelsea Football Club playing under 20. He's just like Baba Rahman. Another useless butt crack that we spend money on.
And said Baba Rahman. Oh, no.
Six, seven buckle.
Baba Rahman and Bupa Buladoji or whatever.
Papi de la Bougie.
Yeah,
Bulaboji.
Papi Dulaboji. We buy. Marina and his people, they spend money on useless players like that. Useless players.
Oh my days, this is ridiculous. So since we signed Baba Rahman, yeah, he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loans.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
6 loans. Yeah. Oh,
6 loans.
Sidraki said Luis Baker is good. I am harsh. No, I'm not being harsh. Luis Baker was here. When Frank Lampard was there. Lampard didn't bring him. Luis Baker was there when Sarri was here. Sarri did not bring him. Luis Baker was there when Tuchel is here. He stood there with Tuchel. Tuchel took him to the preseason. Tuchel did not add him to the squad. So who is going to bring Luis Baker to our starting 11? Who? It's not me. Professional coaches have proven that this guy is no good. So Sidraki, I'm not being harsh on him. He hasn't proven himself. He hasn't proven himself as a player. He said Emiliano signed Papi Dilaboji and then Rahman. Yeah, Papa Rahman and Dilaboji. They're shit players. Useless. Backlash. Well, this is where we're going to end the stream. Thank you guys, and thank you, Sidraki. Thank you, everybody that was part of the show. It's been fun. Nothing but fun. Talking football is something that I love. Not here for YouTube coins. We love football. We won't stop doing it. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the match preview.